He is a pianist who pretends to be blind. He often goes to people's homes to perform. Because he is faking blindness, he discovers many secrets, such as murder. He wanted to go to the police, but found that the murderer was a police officer. James is a pianist. Everyone who knows him thinks he is blind. One day, while he was out, he was knocked over by Lily. To express her apology, Lily invited James to work part-time at her shop. James is very talented. His performances at the restaurant attracted many customers. At the same time, he met an important person, a wealthy man named Michael. He invited James to perform at his home, and shoved a handful of money into James's hand. The next day, James arrived on time. The door was opened by Michael's wife, Sarah, but Sarah refused to let him in. James was a bit angry, so he questioned Sarah about why she wouldn't let him in. Just then, the elderly neighbor opened her door. With no other choice, Sarah reluctantly let him in. But shortly after entering, James immediately regretted it. There was actually a corpse lying in the living room. He was very frightened, so he told Sarah he needed to use the bathroom. But he never expected the bathroom wouldn't be safe either. A man with a gun was standing right behind him. What on earth is going on? Time goes back to 1 hour earlier. It was their wedding anniversary. Michael originally wanted to surprise his wife, so he lied and said he was working overtime today, and might come home very late. Sarah pretended to be very disappointed, but secretly, she was actually quite happy, because it meant she could meet with another man. But she never expected that Michael would come home early in the afternoon, and accidentally discover Sarah's secret. Then, things turned out the way they did now. James decided to continue pretending to be blind, so Sarah pretended to be welcoming her husband home, while actually dealing with the scene. James, meanwhile, played the piano as usual, acting as if he had noticed nothing. After the piece was finished, he could finally leave, so he went to the police station to report the crime. Just as James sat down, John walked over in his police uniform. John asked him why he had come to the police station. James could only lie and say he had lost his cat, so John insisted on going to James's house to help look for the cat. After they arrived at James's home, John kept testing him, throwing knives and suddenly hiding. Fortunately, James remained calm enough and didn't expose himself. Some time later, Michael's body was eventually discovered. According to the police investigation, the last time Michael was seen alive was when he invited James to perform at his house. So James was summoned to the police station for questioning. When he arrived at the station, he realized Sarah and John were also there, watching the two murderers putting on an act. James felt utterly disgusted. It seemed this corrupt world needed someone to stand up and clean it up. So he stood up.